What's up, everyone? This is Squigs, and welcome back to another episode of Squiggy's Lunar Magic Tutorials. Today, we're going to be going over linking levels, how to use doors, pipes, and primary/secondary exits to link your levels together. How to get Mario from A to B, basically. There's a couple different things that go into this, and basically what we're going to be concerned with here are these 5 buttons here, these door buttons. I'll zoom in on them. As you can see, they're kind of small, and they all look the same except for the blue one on the end. So I basically refer to them as door buttons 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this 5th one here is actually the first one we're going to be going over. So very important to linking levels in Lunar Magic is knowing what screen you're on. So as you can see, the levels are divided into different screens, screen 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, all the way over. And you can see some of them are blued out. And basically, the way that Lunar Magic determines how you're going to, where a pipe's going to lead you is you don't take a specific pipe and say, this pipe leads to that pipe. You say all exits on screen 0, 1 lead to this area, basically. So you can't have 2 pipes on the same screen going to different places. But first, before we get into pipes and everything, we're going to talk about the main entrance to the level, which is under button number 2 here, open, modify, main, and midway entrance dialog. So it's a lot. It looks like a lot at first, but in reality, it's not bad at all, because you don't have to even worry about all this stuff in this middle section here. Basically, you don't have to worry about anything except for this bottom box, really, because this will allow you to manually set where he's coming in. Say I want him to come in on screen 1. I can move to screen 1. You can see his little sprite moved over. Say I wanted to go to this X and this Y. I'm going to pick him at random. Bam, now he starts up there. But Lunar Magic makes it much easier. You can just go to sprite editing mode, which is this little thing here, or you can use escape to toggle between it. It's basically grab objects or grab sprites. So you grab this sprite and you just move it, and it'll update all that information in here for you. It'll make it work. So you don't have to worry about any of that. What you want to worry about is this bottom box here, Mario action. Let's say you're like, I don't want Mario to just be standing there when he enters the level. Let's have him do something like exit a horizontal pipe from the right. And if we hit OK here, we'll see the sprite down there change to a little walking sprite to indicate he's coming out of a pipe. So let's bring up our object menu here and give him an actual pipe to get out of. Since we don't want this pipe to be one that you enter and go anywhere, we're just going to pick horizontal pipe end on right. The other one is with exit enabled. That means it's a pipe that you can go through. And by going to object editing mode and right clicking, we add this pipe, and we want Mario's sprite to be right on the edge there. So if we save this level, hit F4 to bring up our editor. If you attached an editor, I attached ZSNES. We go over to our level. When we enter it, we see that now Mario comes in through a little pipe. Yeah, a little bit easier there, or a little bit more notable. I don't know. It's something. It's something anyways. So yeah, we won't worry about that too much. So basically, you can go through and do the same thing to your midway entrance. You could go over here to the midway. Where's the midway point? Right here. I must have fucked it around by moving stuff. But we could say, we'll have him stand on top of that when he comes in. If there's no block there, he'll just fall. So yeah, you can do the same thing here. And another notable thing here is you can make it a slippery or a water level like this. Like we can say make this a water level right now. Bada bing, bada boom. And that means when we enter the pipe, we're going to be underwater, because that's how it controls it. It's basically, you don't set the whole level as a water level, you set the exit or the entrance as a water level. So let's go and undo that. Now, let's bring up our sprite menu too so it looks full. Now we're going to talk about the secondary exits, which are pretty much the ones you're going to use more, because like the entrance to the level and the exit to the level are only used, or the midway are only used for like specific things usually. So we're going to go here to modify screen exits. Well, first we should put a pipe in. So we're going to put a pipe with exit enabled onto this screen. Actually, give me 1 second and I'll clean this up into something that needs a pipe. All right, so we've made our level geometry a little more interesting, and now we could say we need a pipe to get up on top of this thing here, right? We need to get there. And now we have a pipe on, remember, we need one on each exit, because you can't have 2 pipes on the same screen go to different places, because that's how this works. It's divided by screens. So first we're going to go over to the first button here, modify screen exits, and we're going to say screen number 1 here on this level. We want that to go to, well, if you put anything in here, if I put 105 in here, it's going to lead it to the main entrance of level 105, this pipe over here. We don't want that. Now we can check this here to say go to the midway entrance, but we don't want that either. So what we want is what's called a secondary exit number. So we're going to use secondary exit number. We'll make it number 0, and I'll show you why in just a second. So we don't have to worry about this because we don't want it to be a water level when we enter. So by going to the third button here, we can modify what secondary exit number 0 actually means. Right here, we could say that we see that all pipes on this screen go to secondary exit number 0 to 0, which is nothing right now. So we're here, and this is the secondary exit thing, the third button here. We have all these secondary exits to work with. Some of them are already in use by the game. You can clear those out if you want with clear all slots, but there's so many that you probably don't even have to. So since we set screen 1 to secondary exit 0, we're going to now tell it to go to level 105, the level we're on, and we want to go to screen 2. And again, we don't have to worry about anything in this middle area because it's going to give us a sprite to move around. We do want to set Mario's action to come up through a vertical pipe exit up. So, and we can make the level slippery if we want here too, but again, we're not going to worry about that. So when we hit OK, we have this sprite again to move around, and we can put this right in the pipe here. And now, when we go through this pipe, we should come out the other side. So we come on in through our level, bada bing, bada boom. And I did not set it with an exit enabled. So there we go, we've made our first mistake. So we're just going to clean up both of these. Exit enabled pipes, bada bing, bada boom. Can't have a tutorial without one mistake here. This dialog box, we're actually going to talk about this in 1 second, so don't worry about that just yet. We're going to go here to this pipe. And we go through it, and we come on out the other side. Now that dialog box that came up basically said, warning, you put an exit enabled pipe right here in level 2, the one I'm standing on right now, on screen 2, and you didn't set a screen entrance for it. You gotta set one, man. Why didn't you do that? Do you want to save anyways? So if you don't set a screen exit, you go to what's called bonus room hell, which you might have seen before in hacks that are broken, basically. If you don't set a level right, you get to this bonus game. You can do the bonus game, you can get your 1-ups, but you're stuck in here. You're not leaving. You can get out of here eventually when you run out of time and fucking die. If this level has a timer, if you set the timer to 0 for the level for infinite time, you're stuck in here forever, and there's no way out. You can't even start select if you didn't beat the level. So, yeah, you don't want this. This is a sign of a bad hack, and it's a pretty common mistake for people to make. So, what we want to do instead is say, well, for screen 2 here, we want that to go to secondary exit number 1. And then we'll take secondary exit number 1's data, click on it right. We say we want that to go to level 105, but we want to go back to screen 1. And then we get our little sprite up here. We bring him down. And as you can see, I forgot to set it to exit a pipe. So horizontal pipe or vertical pipe, exit up, bada bing, bada boom. And now our pipes are linked back and forth. And we don't want to go to Yoshi's house. We go here, go through pipe number 1, come out the other side, go back through it, come out this side. Bada bing, bada boom, just like you'd expect. Now, doors, they work exactly the same as pipe. They're going to take this this level data and say, basically, it's not going to know the difference between them. So I go to this door here, and you can see it leads me, just like the pipe would, to this next pipe. And as I come back through this pipe, it's going to lead me to the original pipe because I didn't say to come out the door. It's not like looking for anything. It's looking for that wherever we place that sprite. So as you might expect. There is one thing to note about doors. Is you don't really want them on the edge of screens here. Because if you were to do this, and you just kind of inch your way up to the door a little bit and stay as left as possible. And let's see. It's kind of precise, but it's not too hard to do. I'm in bonus room hell. And that's not because of some corrupt exit or anything like that. Basically, we were so far left that it thought we were still on screen 0, because Super Mario World is poorly coded, which is why it's so fun to play, because you can break it in half. So yeah, because we were so far to the left, it said exit 0. It looked for it, couldn't find one, sent us to bonus game hell. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could come here to screen number 0 and set, let's say we want to go to secondary exit number 2. We can set secondary exit number 2 to go to level 105, screen 0, we'll say. And we'll put this up here, and let's put down some of, where are they? Some of these. Whoops. Bing, bang, boom, bang, bomb. And now you have yourself kind of like a little Kaizo secret. It's poorly designed, but you get the idea of it. Basically, you can hide an exit or a warp to somewhere based on someone knowing this. I would use it not for something like that. Maybe like a secret room for like the credits or something, or like a bonus room that people could get to only if they really knew what they're doing, because you don't want people doing it by accident for the most part, and most people are not going to find it. They're not going to be like, oh, this is probably on a level board. Let me try this weird thing out. But it's like an idea for like a Kaizui kind of secret. And one more thing I'm going to mention about pipes is they can be used as reset pipes. So let's say we have something like, where's our P switch? Put down our, no, not that. We put down our P switch. Why are the graphics for this all fucked up? What did I do? Hold on one second. Let's try this again. And it works fine. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Something got a little glitched up. But when in doubt, restart Lunar Magic, because it's following the trail of Super Mario World. It's a little broken itself, but not bad. So, anyways, let's say we don't want to. Let's pretend these pipes aren't here, so I don't have to delete them on you, or they don't go anywhere. We'll say, oh, we want to use a P switch here to give the player an ability to get over this gap, right? Hit the P switch, you come over, like, oh yeah, I've made it over. Be like, oh shit, I forgot that I want Yoshi or something. I'm gonna go back, but before you can get back, you've run out of time. Now this challenge is unbeatable, which is also bad level design. So I didn't even set up what I wanted to talk about, basically. But so for screen exit 0, we're gonna delete our old secondary exit thing and say we just want it to come into the 105 main entrance. Basically, what this is going to do is make a little reset pipe. Say you use this up, you don't have it anymore, you need a new one. I messed up again because I forgot to make this an exit-enabled pipe. So yeah, here is hacking. It's just a lot of trial and error. We'll put this in here. And once more, we'll go into this level, we'll hit the P switch, bada bing, bada boom, we don't have it. We can now enter this pipe, which will lead us back out the same pipe, making it sort of a reset pipe to reset the challenge. You pretty much always want to do this for the player if there's a chance of them sticking themselves somewhere, because it's really bad to have puzzles that can permanently fuck you over. Yeah, so let's do one more thing here. First, we'll make ourselves a little bit of jumping note blocks here to get across this gap. And we'll show one more thing. We'll take this pipe here and say, oh, yep, getting the warning here. We don't have to stay on the same map here either. So let's go to, let's see, screen exit number 3. And we'll say we want this to go to secondary exit 4. Are we on? I think we might be on 3, but I'll set it to 4. You don't have to go in order or anything. Yeah, so we go to 4, and we'll say we just want this to go to level 104. Or no, 106, I believe, is level 2 in this game. And then we hit OK. And then by hitting page up, we can go up a level. And we see in level 106, we have our secondary exit marker here. We'll just say, like, we want him to come in here. And one more thing I'm going to put in here to show something is, where is the... Actually, I think it's an extended object for the midway point. Yeah, we'll put the midway point bar in right here. Doesn't look pretty, but it'll get the point across. So we can save this, hit F4. Test our game out. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. We come through this first pipe, come out the next one. Didn't want to do that, so we go back. Jump over on our note blocks to here. And now we have a pipe that leads us to another level, right? Not too bad. And that's how you connect different levels. It's as easy as that. You just tell the secondary exit to go to a different level number than the one you're on. Now, the one thing I wanted to point out is, so I'm on map 106, and I get this midway point, right? You might think that when I die, I'll come back on the midway point for map 106, because that's the one that I got it on. I mean, it makes sense to me, but if I can kill myself on this runaway shell, yeah, you'll see that when I come back after getting the midway point, I come back to level 105's midway point, because the only map, basically when you get a midway point, it doesn't matter what secondary level you're on, it basically is always going to lead you back to the level that you started on. And the one other thing that is in relation to that is, well, let me just skip ahead right here. Okay, so we're going through this pipe again, and similar to midway points, yeah, message boxes that you hit will only have the text from, you might not recognize this, but this is actually the text from level 105, the first level, because you only have 2 message box texts per level that you set in the map screen. I guess I'll show you that real quick, even though it's unrelated while we're talking about it. But by going to the map editor here, you can go to message box, you go to level 105 that we're on, and we see the 2 message box texts for level 105. You can see this is message box 1. That's message box 2. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the message it'll do. But you can't have more than 2 messages without doing some weird glitching. Basically, it's always going to read the information from the map you come in on. So that's important to think of, basically. And that's pretty much it for secondary exits, primary and secondary exits, midway points. Yeah, that covers everything. That's how you link your levels up. And I'm trying to think. I don't think I've missed anything. I'm pretty sure that includes anything. But as always, if you have any additional questions, it doesn't have to be anything about this video at all. If you have any hacking questions at all, just let me know down in the comments, including suggestions for future videos. But if you're just stuck on something, I do just general, I'll help you out with any sort of general thing. It doesn't have to be related to the video. Just leave it in a comment, and I'll see if I can help you. I will. I know I'm getting pretty good at it at this point, so I can cover most things except for maybe the most advanced stuff. But even if it's advanced, I'll give it my best shot. So let me know down in the comments if you have any additional questions or any ideas for future episodes. Another thing I wanted to mention is I do a series called Squiggy's ROM Hack Romp, where I play through people's ROM hacks on the channel. So if you want to see a video made of your hack after you're done making it, or even when it's still in testing, to get like a real player playing through it, I don't use save states unless it's super Kaizo and impossible to do without them. So you get like a real honest playthrough and feedback on how your game would feel if it's a regular Mario game. So you can send that over to sendmeyourhacks@gmail.com, or again, just let me know down in the comments. I respond to pretty much every comment that I don't somehow miss. So if you leave me a comment, I'll get back to you. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode, friends. Happy hacking out there to all of you. Let me know if you have any additional questions, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a wonderful afternoon.